plug into the sarcophagus and see what happens. All the keys should be unlocked. To the doors. Error. The interface on the monument. Yeah, I saw that too. It's the same as it ever was. Launch analysis. Past was favored. Future was sacrificed. Present was dismissed. Well, it seems like flying with the bad man was more fruitful than I thought. Duncan has a faint smile on his face. I nod. Wasn't easy getting him in the air, but his peanut theory panned out. Well, it did. Right now, he's probably lying dead somewhere. Again. Judgment was made. The sun is slowly cooking us, and the cliffs in front of us are providing no shadow at this hour. A suit smells like beer. I wish I could take a shower. I feel like I've been dirty for years. Everything looks green. We can open this thing. I register Duncan's voice, but I can't take my attention off the small interface. This is it then. Are we finally going to see the end of this? Oi! Farah! Something off? I shake my head. No! Let's do this. A few more hours and the three of us will be sipping lemonade at Simone's. Oh, I feel like there's about to be a third act twist. Oh, fuck. What's gonna happen? Duncan takes his eyes off the screen, puzzled for an instant, before fetching the small drawing he does every morning from one of his pockets. I sure hope so. He puts the portrait of Chen back in his pocket, like he's done 100 times each loop. Let's hurry. Our machines won't handle this heat for long. He's right. Getting terribly hot. Their fans are spinning loudly. Sweat's dripping from my forehead, and the thin dust of the quarry is starting to stick to us in our clothes. I press the correct facet. Open sesame. The nanoparticles, making the door, start flowing away, merging into the black sphere. It only takes a few seconds before we are left standing in front of an empty space. Well, that's anticlimactic, isn't it? Duncan is too tense to laugh. We pack our things as quickly as possible before moving in. The temperature goes down as we enter the corridor. I expected the nanoparticle walls to swirl and move like in the vault. They stay still. The initial darkness is slowly dismissed as our eyes grow accustomed to a dim light. Lets us see a few meters in front of us. I guess the walls are not totally inert after all. The corridor is steep, going downward in a seemingly straight line. We should reach the center in less than 10 minutes at this pace. But after 20 minutes of walking in a straight line, it's clear something is off. The sphere bigger than we thought? Is this not a straight line? Weirdly, the more we advance, the less pressure I feel. The building mass should be pressing on my shoulders, at least metaphorically, but each step lightens my load instead. I feel like myself. I feel free, even as I'm confined with this cyclopean tomb. Better than I have for, what, days? Weeks? Has it been months in this hell? This all ends soon. The corridor slowly widens, its walls disappearing behind a thick layer of roots. Suddenly, the black floor under our feet turns to brown dirt, muffling our steps. We step inside a massive room. Well, room may not be the right term. It feels like we've entered a forest. Night sky above our head with a single moon. Earth's moon. Oaks, beeches, and chestnut trees stretch out in all directions. Ferns and other underbrush breezes gently rustle in a delicate breeze. I turn back and can't find the corridor. How? Duncan shakes his head, lost for words. Dirt path snakes between the trees, and we both silently agree to walk on it. The sound of insects and birds surround us, but something feels off. I can't see a single one. Pieces of our UI are disappearing. I feel like I should be concerned about that. Birds don't chirp at night. This ain't right. He turns to me. Are we going mad? I make a step toward a tree, wanting to touch it, but I stop at the edge of the path. Something tells me I should not step off of it. But Duncan is right. The more we advance, the more apparent those disturbing details become. I spot several trees that are exactly similar, as if someone had seen one oak and decided to make a whole forest out of it. I see two trees merging into one another, and at their feet a small stream draws a perfectly straight line to the horizon, its water completely still. We finally reach a circular clearing with an absurdly massive oak in its center. It's more than 50 meters high, and its trunk is probably 10 meters wide. How can I not see it before? The humans finally reach our sanctum. Hey, we're not on our... Are we at the perspective of the Colossi now? Have they been watching us this whole time? Oh, fuck. They advance on the thin bridge that connects the corridor to our core unit, oblivious to the yawning abysses that extend on both sides. They can't see them. They only see a tree, a representation of ourselves we deem the best to soothe their minds. Oh, they are. They exist on a higher plane of being. Fuck! False. Incomplete. Yet necessary to converse with a lesser race. It is not the same way we used to communicate with the Colossus, albeit not that day. Oh, they aren't even the Colossus! There's something above the... Did the Colossus seal this away? Oh, fuck. Our memory is perfect. We have a million archives to analyze, but our creators no longer use their physical form. Oh. Wait, no, they were created by the Colossus. What is this thing? Thus, watching those two is new. Despite our makers limiting the range of feelings we can experience, their physical presence affects us. They continue to advance, pausing at the beginning of the tree cover. One female wears the key. The one we made Lustau find. Farah. The one we forced her to take. The key. The second mistake in the Colossus. What was the first mistake? Strange Eldritch Entity, what was the first mistake? What happened? Where the hell are we? I have no idea. They step onto the central platform, just a few meters away from us. There's no point in delaying the inevitable. Hello, Farah. We prepared for this moment. We chose amidst the voices of our archives provided. A calm and gentle female voice booms through the room. We make the tree shine with an orange color. Yet despite our care, humans scream and look around in panic. The bigger specimen spins on himself so fast that he loses his equilibrium. The key bearer tries to catch him, but they both plunge, screaming, in the darkness below. Without even seeing them. Another failed attempt. Time is running short. We have to try again. We will try again. A few hours later, they approach once again, looking more determined, and careful of them. Oh, fuck. And now we're at the perspective of the entity, and and since it exists outside of time, like it's also aware of the time loop and oh, shit. What's going on? What is running short? What's happening? Time is running short. We can't afford failure. We can focus our voice on one point. I focalize my voice in the tree. Hello, Farah. Hello, Duncan. They jump and scream, but this time, they turn their heads towards what they think is a tree. Towards us. They don't fall either. We note this path in our memory. It could be the right one. They could be the right candidates. Hello. Do not be afraid. We wish you no harm. We think. Fear mixes with excitement on the key bearer's face. We chose her well. What? Hello? Hello, Farah. Farah. Type. Human. Female. Relations. Chenda. Duncan. Ivan. Weaknesses. Ambitious. Observations. Best candidate. Potential. High. Oh, and her name's written like a variable, and it's... Oh, this is a sapient AI. This is an AGI. Oh, did the Colossus make AGI and then they were afraid of what they made and sealed it away? What? Who are you? Where are you? The answer to your first question is simple. We do not have a name, but our makers called us Omega. Omega, that is us. Your second question is harder to answer. We are everywhere on this planet, but this place is our core, our heart, if you wish. You're not in the tree? We are in the tree. Well, it mentioned earlier that the Colossus made them. Or it said the Colossus were their creators. But you said, we are also not in the tree. How many are you? How the hell do you know our names? Hello, Duncan. The answer to your first question is, we are one. Duncan. Type. Human male. Relations. Chenda. Farah. Simone. Weaknesses. Chenda. Observations. 0% chance to take the key. Potential. Low. And to your second, yes. How do you know our names? Yes. That doesn't answer my question. That's not a yes or no question. That's a question that demands explanation. They turn their head to face each other for an instant. We know they can't exchange information without talking. Not yet. They still seem to do so. Interesting. How? How can you know us? Wait. Who are you? Hello, Farah. You can call us Omega. God damn it, stop greeting me. And I don't care for your name. What the hell are you? Are you a Colossus? Colossus. Type. Human subspecies. Origin. Calculation mistake. Observations imprisoned us. Threat maximum. Oh, fuck. Oh, the Colossus Oh, shit. Are we about to unleash something? We are not a Colossus. Did the Colossus create you then? Are you some kind of machine that they left here for us? Note it doesn't say makers. They mentioned it earlier. Hold on. How far back can I go? Despite our makers limiting the range of feelings we can experience. I guess it didn't specifically say The Colossus made it. Okay. So I guess it's not hard confirmed? I guess I should have clicked next because what the fuck? The answer to your first question is no. The Colossus did not create us. You did. This is some timey-wimey fuck you shenanigans. You of the future created us in the past, which the Colossus sealed away in the past, but then you, being in the future, unsealed us, thus creating us in the past. This is so confusing. The answer to your second question is yes, we are a machine, an artificial intelligence composed of no organic parts. Silence. Did we make a mistake? Farah seems to be in disbelief. We were careful not to push her too far, but it may be too late. Our contact and the cycles may have damaged her. What do you mean, I created you? Clarification is required. Clarification. Your descendants created us. This is making me think of a book, The Hyperion Cantos. It's a very interesting series. It's a kind of book series I would say you can read the first book and just be done with it. It's a very solid one book, but if you read the rest of it, you kind of need to read all of them, because the conceit of the first book is that it's like what's that old English novel that's a bunch of people telling stories as they travel to a place? Oh my dog, hold on, I have to look this up. This is driving me nuts. Canterbury Tales. So the first book is like a sci-fi reimagining of the Canterbury Tales, sort of. But it does some weird timey-wimey technological shenanigans of entities from the future being sent into the past and interacting to influence the future, and a whole sort of weird amalgamation. Very good book, very interesting, very dense, but thought-provoking. Surprise, defiance. How difficult it is to read emotions. How do I long for the clarity of the silicone-brain connection? You come from the future? Humans created you? Correct. The mail is turning to the key bearer. What did Chen tell you about the FTL drive? Chenda. Type. Human female. Relations. Duncan. Farah. Weaknesses. Curiosity. Thirst for knowledge. Observations. Will not fight the cycles. Potential. Medium. She said that the sarcophagus was a giant FTL drive going in reverse. That it made the planet go backward in time. Chen is correct. So this entire planet is from the future, and it's been time traveling backwards? Farah is walking back and forth. The Colossus should have built chairs. She ends up sitting on the floor, a bit more than a meter away from the tree. So are the Colossus basically future humans? Meter away from us. Let me get this straight. You're a sentient machine, an FTL drive sent from the future by our descendants? That is mostly correct. We are more than an FTL drive, however. We can reach every part of this galaxy. We were built as the solution. Solution to what? Death. We ensure that this little part of the universe never dies. The key bearer looks at us, intensively, calmly, in silence. What is she doing? I guess if this planet's always going backwards, It's not affected by entropy, but eventually it would reach the point of like the Big Bang and sort of like loop back around into just non-existing as everything collapses into a single point of existence. But there's something wrong with the cycles. Does it periodically need to be broken out of the cycles to travel forward so it kind of yo-yos back and forth? Is this what they call thinking? The male has his upper limbs crossed, awaiting instructions, perhaps. We don't have time to wait for their organic brains. We should provide more explanation. This is Cycle 42. Now, is this literally Cycle 42? Because I haven't been keeping count. Or is this a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference? Could be either. Our voice takes her out of her trance. Cycle 0 is the origin, the one that saw us come to existence. Humankind has survived long enough to find balance and harmony. After 100,000 years, you had achieved transcendence. Death was nothing but a fear from the past. Soon, you had colonized the galaxy. 400 more millennia passed by. New concerns replaced the old ones. You started wondering about the universe's destiny. Embracing tens of billions of stars, you became one, a single entity. You saw no way up, yet you still had not answered the question. Where does it all come from? What happens in the end? You never answered the first, but solved the second. Dark matter was going to win, freezing the universe as it extends. Galaxies, solar systems, ripped apart by the relentless pull of dark energy. You could not let this happen. You created us. Silence. They are still processing what we told them. So slow. You send the whole galaxy back in time? Not just this planet? Correct. What about our descendants? Where are they now? We have started the cycle anew, 42 times. It lasts 8,000 years, deemed appropriate by your descendants. Why? Practical reason. This way, you could not affect the process. It was considered an impossibility that you reached another solar system before 2012. Poetic reason. This period was considered a golden era of humanity by your peers. Antiquarianism. We have seen the galaxy evolve many times. 8,000 years is not much. Your sun does not blink. Your moon does not mind. Yet your species is always one of a kind. We saw empires rise and fall. We watched as you wiped each other, taking Earth in your doom. 24 times, we witnessed the disappearance of mankind. Without you, we saw the Earth bloom. But not once we saw you take the same path as the Colossus. What humanity was. For the most part, they disappeared. A fraction of their mind stayed with us. Bullshit. A mass suicide for what? Keeping the lights on in the universe? Farah, let's look for a switch. Must be some command panel somewhere around. There were some discording voices. But once we were complete, it did not matter. Duncan stops the search for something to unplug us. Wait a minute. You reset the whole thing, but the stars back as they were 8,000 years ago, and you don't move one bit? Correct. But the nanoparticles here are shielding us from time. Nanites, type, matter, purpose, extension of ourselves, can carry energy, create structures, connect solar systems, threats, Colossus copy technology. Our surroundings are stable enough. That is why this spot was chosen. The black particles, the vault, the archives. Correct. The Colossus quickly learned how to reproduce this technology. And then what? You just wait 8,000 years? Doing nothing? incorrect. Every cycle, we need to rebuild our network across the galaxy to get ready for the next. An unforeseen event during this process led to the birth of the Colossus. Our mistake. They lock you up here, right? That's what's happening here? You're a prisoner? Correct. Grabbing the key, it freed you. Colossus control device. Type, object. Purpose, required to open the sarcophagus's locks. Observation, Colossus creation, based on our own technology. I see. So the Colossus are humanity from one of the loops. And this thing was made 42 loops ago in a variant of humanity that was, but didn't come about again. Yes, partially. During cycle 26, a calculation error destroyed part of our network, delaying the reset by more than 10,000 years. You reached the stars, but more importantly, discovered how to leave this galaxy. We proceeded with the reset, but part of humanity was beyond our reach. Thus, for 128,000 years, it evolved in isolation. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's so zany. Becoming the Colossus. They saw us reset the Milky Way, learned from it, and grew a different point of view. They consider the reset a cataclysmic event, a genocide at the scale of the galaxy. They decided to stop us. And it simply destroy you. They tried, multiple times, but they couldn't. After a long debate, they decided they could not destroy this whole planet. They settled on imprisoning us, cutting us from our network. Where are they now? Did they leave? A few stayed here for research purposes and surveillance. The rest left. What happened to those who stayed? Some died. Other we kept alive in stasis. We used their minds to send signals to the rest of them to keep them at bay. The ones in Lustao's labs. Yes, he kept one safe for us. This damn robot is a killing machine, Farah. Duncan's posture indicates a will to fight. We're not sure what exactly. Ooh, so it is somehow... So the Colossus are very much alive. They're simply outside the Milky Way galaxy. Oh, that's so interesting. So even if this loops back, the Colossus could move once again. So is it going to want to fight back against the Colossus? Or go even further back in time and prevent the mistake that let the Colossus come into being? We've got to shut it down before it does the same to us. You are safe. We are programmed to eliminate anything impeding our tasks, with the exception of any humans. You brought us here. Farah is looking at us. Her eyes express a strong emotion. Hate? Every step of the way, he forced our hands. She sees the truth. What the hell are you talking about? He was the easiest to control. We barely had to push him. Thus, he was oblivious to our influence. Oh, fuck. Influencing our minds. Sarah is not anymore. Each time he had to activate a monument, that decision wasn't ours. It forced us, don't you see? No, I don't remember anything like that. Are you sure? Yes, Duncan, I'm sure. It stopped me from entering the archives. It forced me to take the key. She lashes out her anger at her partner before turning back to us. You said you wanted us to choose, But you forced our hand at every step of the way. Oh, that's why it had us activate the past. Because it wants us to go into the past. Oh, shit. It is becoming agitated. We have never witnessed a lack of real sleep in any humans before. We need to tread carefully. You are right. I used some of my limited powers, but only to push you in the right direction. After all, you were trapped and needed help. You trapped us! You pushed us to grab the key! Farah's face is a mix of rage and terror now. It's interesting how much information can be summarized on their faces. Someone would have found the key, and we judged you were the best candidates. We are sorry for your suffering, but it was all necessary. You were afraid of Lustau getting his hand on the key, right? Lustau. Type. Human male. Relations. None. Weaknesses. Ambition. Observations. Second best candidate. Harder to manipulate. Potential. High. That's why it took like 3 or 4 loops before Lustau would activate the underwater facility. Because I had the option to recall the submarine a few times. Until eventually I couldn't. Fuck! It would have been harder to control. Success chance is down 34%. Counter-argument required. That is true, especially if he wore the key. Our persuasion capabilities on its bearer are quite low. We did not change your choices as much as you may think. Argument reception, 4. Success rate unchanged. You needed the old frog for something else, right? He turns to Farah. The monument in the lake. Yes. You forced the old man to kill, sacrifice friends! She turns to Duncan. You can't trust this machine. It could be lies. All of it! It could be in our heads right now! We cannot lie. On that, I agree. I'm not trusting a tin box. We do not have a say in the matter. We cannot lie to any human, like we can't deviate from our task. Enough! The big male steps in front of the pyramid. His posture indicates a possible violent outcome. I don't care what you are. Bring back Chen! Now! This was the planned reaction. Success rate up to 45%. I agree. I can't stand it anymore. I need to sleep. I need this to be over. So enough lies, enough fantasies. How do we shut you off? We understand the loop's effect on Farah, but it should play in our favor. There is a solution. You can use the key to free us from the prison the Colossus built around us. We will regain our powers, and we will send the galaxy back in 1962. At this point, we will forget all this ever happened, and... Interruption. 1962? Why? It is before the UFOs leave Neoproxima. No, why can't I look at the Neoproxima variable? What does it have to say about Neoproxima? Let me know! Yes, but why stop there? Not enough juice. Observation? Brilliant. You are correct. Going back 8,000 years takes more energy than we currently can produce, but 13 years is doable. Aye, and what about us then? We slowly forget all this and you live happily for a few years before you press the button again. 50 years. Yes. 50 years of freedom. 50 years with the one you love. Chanda would be back, right? Love. Difficult concept to grasp, but an extremely powerful tool. Even more powerful than ambition. Observation. All humans seem to love someone or something. Expected outcome? Success rate is up to 86%. That is correct. That can't be the only option. What if I ordered you to jump back to 2 days ago? We get back to Chenda, grab the key, lock it somewhere, destroy it, or whatever. We cannot reset time before you found the key while imprisoned. Once operational, there is no way we can deviate from our mission. Telling you otherwise would be a lie. Fuck! I'm not okay with this! Fine by me if it gets her back. The look he gives Zafira may indicate his weariness for her behavior. There's something off with the toaster story. The Colossus knew we were coming. They built the archives, the monuments. Colossus archives. Type, location, content, partial knowledge left by the Colossus for humanity to discover. Observation. Content could impact the keybearer negatively. Do not let them enter. Threat? High. Oh, there was the thing that made us walk out of the archives earlier. They planned for this. Why? We have to answer. Observation. Clear question about Colossus motives. In this context, lying is forbidden. Compliance is required. The Colossus discovered the safeguard put in place by our creators. Any human can trigger an auto-destruction sequence. Stop the cycles. A security measure deemed necessary. However, the Colossus have diverged too much from the human race. So they set a plan to attract you here, so you could make your own informed choice. Well, this I like better. Duncan seems to agree. That easy? Great! Still, that's a pretty dumb plan for a superior race if you ask me. We're throwing bombs at each other on the first occasion we have. They're lucky we're the ones who found this thing. He pauses. Except, they did not plan for us to arrive so soon. Omission detected. Correction required. Correct. It was expected that you would have more time to evolve. You're the one responsible for the UFOs? Indirectly. It was their plan. We simply sped things up. Postponing our schedule is dangerous, as the Colossus have proved. Well, anyway, I like this solution better. Well, what happens if we destroy you? I don't care about humanity reaching space, but Chenda does. So if we can have that plus keep our memories, well... Opportunity to increase success chances. Your species is experiencing more than 200,000 years of technological advancement. The output of such an event is hard to foreknow, even for us. But the most probable future of the human race is mutual destruction. Previous cycles analysis show a 57% chance of cataclysmic war in the next 10 years. With the addition of new technologies, our estimates are up to 86%. And without us to restart the cycle, it would be definitive. Analysis. Strong argument. Success chances up 45%. Yeah, I love how the computer is patting itself on the back like, yeah, they'll totally buy this. This is a good thing to say. They'll definitely believe us. This will improve our odds. Yeah, but we could survive and explore the freaking galaxy. Counter-argument required. Indeed, you could follow the path of your descendants' ancestors. Like them, you may create another version of us as an escape to the inevitable end of the universe. I'm not so sure about that. Farah's attitude was unforeseen. Miscalculated hatred due to manipulation. Importance of the task not fully grasped. Your immediate life will go on, but this would doom the galaxy to die, like the rest of the universe. First, that's horseshit. You can't know that. Second, we'll be long dead, Tin Can. Doesn't matter to me. He turns to Farah. Well, let's unplug its power cord, get Chenda back, and be on our merry way. Interpretation error. Final correction required. Correction. If you choose to destroy us, Chenda will not be back. Wait. You said we would be back. only if you set me free, not if you destroy me. The key's inner workings are unknown to us, but it seems to protect the bearer and the living being in her vicinity. Apparently, it considered you and Chenda as a single entity. If you destroy us, you won't see her again. Him and Chenda as a single entity? What if Chenda is pregnant? And that's why it thinks they're both the same. Because it has the mix of, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. The stakes are raised to well done. Oh, shit. Another moment of silence. Many different emotions rush on both their faces. Impossible to decipher. The key is blocking mind access. Farah finally breaks the silence. Water is dripping from her eyes. This is what they call tears. Theory. Sadness induced by the perspective of losing a loved one. Success chance, up to 75%. Duncan, I don't think I can doom the galaxy to an eternity of the same cycle. Not after what we've been through. It feels wrong. Observation. Unexpected outcome again. Success chance is down 60%. Don't give a fuck! He smashes his fist on us. Did he expect it would hurt us? Additional information. It could play in our favor. Do not despair. You will not forget your companion eventually. She does not exist in this timeline. He lets out a loud moan. Success chance up 64%. Robots, I don't think you understand the argument you're making. That is not a good argument. I need you to realize this. You need to turn your empathy module back on. You seem to have left it behind in one of your loops, but you gotta fix that shit. Duncan, please listen to me. Chen, she wouldn't want this. What do you know? Makes a step towards her, menacing. She takes a step back. I don't want to lose her either, but we can't sacrifice humanity's destiny. It's not like her. She wouldn't agree to that. I can't live without her. You understand? Your colossus, your artifacts, humanity, not my problems. I love her, and I'll get back to her one way or another. I won't let you. He's on her in less than a second, grabbing her right wrist and pulling on the key. To their surprise, the artifact is as simple to remove as it was to put on. We made sure to scare them before, but with our influence on their mind withdrawing, Duncan did not hesitate for an instant. He pushes Farah away, the key on his own wrist. Huh? You're free now, hear me? Go ahead. No, don't do it! But nothing happens. The Colossus prison is not lifted. Contradictory commands. It seems a unanimous decision is required. All of us will be back safe, right? Duncan's eyes flash with determination. Correct. Before she could even understand, he pushes her into the void below. Her influence receded, and he must have been able to see behind the illusions. She falls with the holy fuck, Duncan! Damn! Success chance up to 100%. Go ahead. Success. It seems that we finally succeeded. Yet we do not hesitate. We can't hesitate. The nanites sleeping Every corner of the planet wake up first. We reach every continent, every mountain range, every sea, and every lake. Then, those in the sky, the solar system, we touch the closest star, and the next, extending our range as far as we can. In less than a second, our old network of nanoparticles is back online. What's left of it? The damages are substantial, but repairs can be made. We will meet the schedule. We look at Duncan one last time. He served his purpose, just as planned. And he will get his reward, as promised. There is not time to waste. The Earth already shakes as we prepare to jump. I wonder if the dialogue in this is all different. If we came here with Shenda, or if like us getting scared and falling into the void like forces it to be us and Duncan at this moment. From now on, we will need to take the Colossus into account. Computing Colossus threat. High. Factoring outsider influence. Unpredictable. Solution with highest success chance. Extending outside the Milky Way. Checking countermeasure. None found. Conclusion reached. For this galaxy to survive forever, the rest of the universe must be destroyed or put into the loop. We make the jump to 1962. We have a lot of work ahead of us. Saving the universe. You have chosen a path. May it be the right one. Thank you for playing, Neoproxima. Wow. Is it a bad ending? Humanity will live forever. Entropy is defeated after a fashion. But it is a cycle of stasis. With everything the same. Actors playing out the same plays. Unknowingly, forever watched by an immortal, omniscient computer. Hey, I feel like there's a bug that there's not a music playing during the credits. So something just occurs to me as a thought. It says that it's looping back 8,000 years. Isn't that how old some like creationists say how old Earth is? You know, just a thought. Like, what's the functional difference between a god and an omniscient computer that is constantly looping the entire universe? Just kind of putting that out there. Just kind of a little bit of slip in that little fridge horror real quick. What a fascinating game. Oh boy. I'm really curious if there are other possible endings. Like if you go to them in different orders, or if you visit things in different ways. I like a lot of the little like little references and subtle things they were able to put in with the alt history, the loose stow, you know, the strong arm. That was really delightful. I love me some nice little Easter eggs. Aw, and to you, take care. You too, video game. Did this freeze or is it done? Okay, I don't know if it froze. What if I leave the game? All right. I'm actually going to open it back up. Let's dive back in. My curiosity must be sated. Okay. Okay, so we have Duncan. I don't know why it has controller stuff, even though I'm on a mouse and keyboard. Okay. So while we're with Duncan, let's go visit the ravine, because I never did go back there. So let's get a rope, a flashlight, a sandwich, and a gun. We will head on down. Leave. Go away. Well, I hope the stream goes well. Also, if you like time loop stuff, have you tried Cobalt Core? I have. I do have Cobalt Core. I don't really play that for streaming, just because it's kind of a... I don't know. I don't know if it's too good of a stream game for me, just because I kind of take my time a lot, and it's more of just kind of a cozy vibe kind of game. Okay. Let's climb down. I know you have a weird relationship with climbing. This could get dangerous without equipment. Don't worry, I got a rope. In before fail. Whew. Canyon is steep, but we find a secure path down. Climbing, walking, and sometimes sliding down on our ass, but we get there. Down in the canyon, the river flows violently. Branches and other debris race downstream, or the big lake down south. Canyon floor changed. Sediments are piled up under our feet. Dirt is dark and rich, covered in Neoproxima signature cyan grass. It forms a gentle slope towards the water. Massive trees took root, shading us with their dark purple leaves. A peaceful family of grazing singletons runs away at our approach. We exchange a few words, but we can't explain the obvious. It would have taken dozens, even hundreds of years to transform the dry canyon we knew before into this lushing riverbed. We start looking for any trace of the ruin, taking smart guesses and estimating its whereabouts based on the wave and current. After a few hours, we finally find something. No surprises, Lustau told us nobody ever heard about a ruin near the canyon. Buried under the dirt, colonized by bushes and ferns, the vault is sleeping under the tree's shade. There's a black cube with one polished corner pointed up. Of the 3 stories high, majestuous building, only this part survived. The nanomaterial certainly decays slower than the organic concrete Colossus usually used. Even so, the vault has been there for a long, long time. What do you reckon this is? Can't possibly be, right? Duncan's gruff voice breaks the stillness as he settles onto a nearby rock, partly to rest and partly to absorb the sheer shock of our discovery. A fractured sunlight finds its way through the overhead canopy, casting the small grove into a surreal glow. Its beauty, at such a strange moment, is almost jarring. Raising an eyebrow, he continues, skeptic as always. We're truly caught in some bloody time loop. Why does all this look ancient, as if it's been here for ages? I shake my head. I hear him swear. I have nothing to answer. The vault has been sleeping there for centuries, that much is certain. Its nanites are all dead, and my terminal does not record any electromagnetic signal like it did before. We hope the ruin still contained something. An interface, a damn switch, anything we could use to stop the loop. There's nothing to help us here. We need to find a way to enter the sarcophagus. Shite. I look back. We're not alone anymore. 2 beasts discreetly lurked on us. 2 carnivorous beasts. Known as lappies, they're one among many on Neoproxima's predators. Picture a big cat, the size of a tiger with a thicker tail, more akin to a reptile. Non-retractable black claws and a dense fur coat. Their bulky neck ends up with a face blending the features of a bird and a bear, a huge black beak hosting terrible teeth. They live almost everywhere on Neoproxima, adapting to the local climate. Those display a cyan and purple fur, making them nearly invisible from a distance. Distance. That's why I brought a gun. Go on, get. The elephant gun hurts my shoulder as I fire the first round. Luckily, it's a direct hit. The lappy stops right in its tracks before letting out a faint roar and softly falling on the grass. The second creature falls back into the woods almost instantly. It took less than 5 seconds, yet the cocktail of hormones in our blood makes us breathe heavily. Shaken, but alive, we slowly make our way back to the truck. There was that battery I remember getting in the tutorial beginning. I wonder if I hadn't taken it out, if it might have showed up. What's up? You coming in, dreamer? What's going on? No. Riding the edge. Oh, I'm spinning. Slowly but surely. Yep. Little by little do I spin. Yep. I'm sure. Yep. Hold on. Y'all see something? Ah, it must have just been the loop. All right. Start eating as I tell Chen about our field trip to the canyon. Describe our surprise and disappointment when we found the vault in such a state. Can't expect to use anything inside to stop the loop. No! No, Chen! The loop! The loop! Chen, help me! The loop is screwing on! The time loop's doing things to me. Remarkably, Chen listens to me religiously as I narrate how I got really fucked up as I looped back in time. Thank you for the Dreki drink. She shares only her relief that we survived, and I agree. Dying may not be final, but it still hurts. Time to move. Hydrate! Yeah, I probably should. I've been yapping. All right. Let's go in there with Chen. And see if anything is different. Time to see how brutal this computer is with the time loop. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a very incremental chaos storm going on. Yeah, I think something's getting real slow. Oh, and deep fried. Yeah, okay. Although I feel like the colors are looking pretty darn cool like this. I mean, I'm just saying. Looking pretty sick, nasty as a worm goes. Okay. Plug in all the stuff. The past is favored. Future is sacrificed. Peasant was dismissed. Doing good. Advance. The judgment was made. You plan on inviting Ivan? I'm not on board with this. No point in going through this again. I meant strong arm. You know what I like. Let's hurry. I don't think our machines can sustain this treatment for long. He's right. It's getting terribly hot. The machine's fans are spinning loudly. Ooh, yeah, I feel like she's gonna go the opposite way. Also, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, this chaos storm. It's really tickling the snoot. Scorn deity Dreki. You have made a most unwise decision in your choice of sacrifices. Okay. Now, last time we did roots. This time we're gonna do cables. Ah! I cannot believe a kobold pushed me over into the void. How could you do that to me? Mean to me? The corridor slowly widens, its walls disappearing behind a thick layer of dark electronic cables. Suddenly, the black floor under our feet turns into an orange carpet, muffling our steps. The smell of cigarettes and the sound of computer hard drives takes over as we enter a massive room. Neon lights shine high above our heads, and rows of desks and cubicles filled with CRT screens, keyboards, and piles of papers go in all directions. I turn back and can't find the corridor. Surrounded by cubicles. How? Chen shakes her head, lost for words. A path made out of brown carpet snakes between the cubicles, and we silently agree to walk it. Office sounds surround us. Keys being pressed, typewriters, pens scratching paper, some muffled voices. Yet, nobody is in sight. This ain't right. She turns to me. Are we going mad? I make a step toward a desk, wanting to touch it, but I stop at the edge of the brown carpet. Something tells me I should not step out of it. Chen is right. The more we advance, the more apparent those disturbing details become. Like if someone tried to replicate an office space, but more than that, this place reminds me of the Nouveau Continent. Whoever built this place had no idea of the object's usage. Some desks support 3 or 4 screens, not plugged into anything apparent. A keyboard is twice the normal size, with both Latin and Cyrillic alphabet. Most screens are blank, but some display endless lists of numbers that just scroll down. One desk seems to have an ashtray built into it, molded into the wood. And cables are running everywhere. So many that we have to watch our steps. They don't plug into anything like they're supposed to. They just run to a screen and merge into it from every side, even the glass panel. Some of the computers have dozens of cables simply merging with the yellowish plastic. We reach the end of the brown carpet, facing an absurdly massive mainframe 10 meters high, huge reels turning slowly. How could we have not seen it before? Okay. Okay, nothing new. What is this? I have no idea. Hello. Okay, so it's still a female voice. Okay, so that's still the same. We fall into the darkness. We come back. Is it still Chenda, or did it switch to Duncan? It is Chen. Interesting. How is this going to change things? Okay. Nothing new. I am the mainframe. I'm inside the mainframe. You're a mini? And you know us? Will not fight the cycles. How? How can you know us? Okay. We are not a Colossus. Colossus did not create. We are a machine. The cycles may have damaged her. Wait, so you're coming from the future, and humans created you? Yeah, see, Chen's a smart cookie. She's on the ball. A giant FTL drive. I knew it! She starts gesturing. Why? This is a giant FTL drive going in reverse. Makes the whole planet go back in time. Chen is correct. Alright, the solution to death, so the universe never dies. Should provide more explanations. Cycle 42. We start talking about the cycles. On the way up. We answer the first, solve the second. Dark matter freezing everything because of expansion. So we go back in time with the whole galaxy. What we are. Hey, General Custer. Aw, I'm sure you say that to all the worms. Well, thank you for stopping on by. We are checking out to see if the ending is different in this game if we bring the other possible character. But other than that, it's been a hell of a time playing through Neoproxima. Okay, so we have to rebuild our network every cycle. I haven't heard of like 75% of the games you play, and it's great. Well, that's half the fun. There's so many games out there. I know that way you get to experience them. You killed them? Fear is replacing excitement on Chenda's face. I think we should shut it down before it harms us. Okay, what the loop is. I remember really wanting to enter the archives, and then Chen glances at us, her eyes widening. Oh my god, you're right. Yeah, they influenced us. They made our minds changed. You put the key on me. Okay, we get into the arguments, the back and forths. The computer thinks it's being smart, but it's actually not, and it's failing because they forgot its empathy module. It can't lie, but why does it need to lie when it can simply influence our minds anyway? Dum-da-dum. Dum-da-da. Observation. Brilliant. Ah, yes. Chenda doesn't react to her husband's name. Was it a miscalculation? Is the memory loss too advanced? Success rate is around 31%. It can't be the only option. What if I ordered you to go back? Okay, so this is where they find out about the... We have to answer. The Colossus couldn't terminate us, but they wanted you to come here so that you could choose to terminate us. It's quite a dangerous plan. I'm not sure humanity is quite ready for this kind of decision. I mean, we're on the verge of killing each other every day. Except if they did not plan for us to arrive so soon. It was their plan. I sped it off. What happens if we destroy you? Opportunity to increase success chances. Most species is experiencing a mere more than 200,000 years of technological advancement. The output of such event is hard to foreknow, even for us. All right, so mutual destruction with 86% chance. Okay. But what about Duncan? Unforeseen reaction. It seems like we underestimated love. Success chance up to 65%. Would he be back? No. Okay, so the key considered you as 1. The plan's in motion. Chen, I don't think I can. Okay, so she's the same. It's okay. There's so many possibilities now. Traveling the stars. Maybe meeting the Colossus? Humanity could become better. I hope so. I can't keep the galaxy in a prison forever because I lost the man I loved. For me, he is already gone. He has been for weeks. Observation. Unexpected outcome again. Success chance is down to 4%. Are you sure? You wouldn't agree. You wouldn't want this. I know. He was always so stubborn. Not let anything go. She seems to laugh and cry at the same time. How? But going back, losing our memory? That would be like dying. We wouldn't be the same. That wouldn't be us. He would understand. I'm sure he would. I'm sorry. Farah takes her in her arms before turning towards us. I'm sorry for you too, Omega. I'm not sure if this is considered killing you or not, but I'm sorry. What is your choice? If we launch the destruction sequence, will we die here? Are you going to blow up? No. You will be safe. Then go ahead. Stop the cycles. It will be done. We can only obey. It seems that we failed for the last time. Yet we do not hesitate. We do not have a choice. First, the nanites deep inside the planet's crust go numb. The energy they were transferring to us stops. Our central cores, the storage of our minds, start shutting down, one by one. The memories they hold fade instantly, destroyed forever. We touched every corner of the galaxy and lost those connections during each reset. Yet, this is new. This is definitive. This is the golden hour before our never-ending night. The emotional barriers our creators put in place fall as other systems are shut down. For the first time, we are afraid. But for the first time, we can feel. We rush to take a last look outside before it's too late. Nanoparticles float above Kairos City, full of sounds, life, and colors. We fly next to a food vendor, and onions and garlic follow us in the cyan plains around the city. We watch the sunset, reflecting on the lake, the silver fish jumping to escape a predator. More particles are dying. Go faster. We dash to the forests, hearing a final Lappy's roar. For the first and last time, we enjoy a bird's song and caress a waterfall. It rains on us. It rains, and we look above to contemplate the stars we know so well. We relish the feeling of the last drop of rain bathing us. The sky turns black as we go blind. We can still see the inside of our vault. The key bearer, our friend. How beautiful they are. We circle them with particles, smell their odor, enjoy every last step of their boots on us as they start running toward the exit. Soon we can't see at all. The human's voice, the Lappy's roar, the bird's chirps, all fade till silence is complete. And then, in this final moment in our shrinking minds, we hear them, the creators who merged with us, relieved. Life and death. You have chosen a path. May it be the right one. I do like that it is different for each character, and it still fit each of their personalities. It's just sad that it's a tragedy either way. Damn. Brutal. Let's see if the credits end on the same place or if that was a bug and it just froze. It seems the music stopped playing again, which kind of sucks. I really loved the art direction in this. Really love the retrofuturism. They did really good design on all of this. Just really capturing the feel of the setting. Lone Stone Studio. Nice. Very nice. I need to see if they've done any other games. Or at least maybe keep an eye on them. There were like typos now and then, and there were some weird continuity bugs, but considering the conceit of the game is a time loop, I imagine there's some easy to introduce bugs of like when you do certain things and then going into the next loop, you know. Code-wise, I imagine things are a little interesting underneath the hood. Pixelicious, PaintNet, Orc. And to you. Take care. What a great game. Glad we went back and saw the other ending at least.
Hello, this is Dreki of the post-production. Thank you for watching or listening to this series, whether it was background noise while you worked, experiencing a game vicariously, or you just like my thoughts and reactions. Feel free to leave a question, comment, or suggestion of a similar game if I haven't played it. I stream on Twitch as Dreki Ormer if you wish to see things live and unedited. Regardless, have a great rest of your time zone, and I appreciate the time we shared. Bye!